Connie Mack and Ty Cobb both said that Eddie Collins was the greatest second baseman they had ever seen. Legendary manager John McGraw said that Eddie Collins was the greatest ball player he had ever seen. That's some amazing credentials if I ever heard of him. But Eddie Collins was definitely one of the greatest players of the dead ball era. Lifetime batting average 333, 3,311 hits, 743 stolen bases. He was enshrined in Cooperstown in 1939. Eddie Collins was also part of Connie Mack's $100,000 infield. He was actually on the 1919 White Sox. Obviously not one of the conspirators, but he was on the field while that series was going on, which is amazing. But yeah, Eddie Collins was definitely one of the greatest all-time players. And the piece I have to show you guys today is a handwritten letter by the man himself, which I will show you guys now. And this, my friends, is that letter. Handwritten by the man himself, Edward T. Collins. You can see it's on Eddie Collins' personal stationery. And by the multiple folds, you could tell that at one point this was folded up, put into an envelope, and mailed to someone. So this is all handwritten by him and initialed at the bottom. You can see the back of the letter where the ink is bleeding through. But this is just such a cool piece. And I'll tell you what, I will take a piece like this over a tiny little cut signature any day. I mean, this is a full letter, handwritten by the great Hall of Famer himself. And you can see it also came with the letter of authenticity from PSA, which is definitely what you want to see on a piece like this. And one of my favorite things about a letter like this is when you get a letter, whether it's a typed letter or a handwritten letter from, a great Hall of Famer, the letter can contain anything. I mean, the letter could basically say, thank you very much for bringing the pumpkin pie to Thanksgiving. My wife loved it, or something like that. But this letter actually discusses sports. It's basically talking about a young man named Paul, and Eddie is very happy that he's getting involved in sports more. He mentions football, he mentions hockey, and of course he mentions baseball. So that's even cool that this letter does talk about sports and does mention baseball. So that makes it even better. And one of my favorite parts when I look at a handwritten letter by someone from back in that time period, the handwriting is gorgeous. And I mean, honestly, Eddie Collins had some of the most beautiful handwriting. And this is something you just don't see anymore. I bet you if you went to a ball player today and asked them to write a letter, it'd probably say OMG, LOL, poop emoji, or some stupid shit like that. But this is just a gorgeous piece. I really can't wait to get this framed up professionally with a picture of him next to it. That's going to be amazing. So, all right, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, I will see you guys next time.